All right, that's Zach and I joining us. Finally, you're back. Zach, I think actually you hold the record. This is your third time on the show. I don't think anybody else has been on here.
He's tied with.
I think it's his third time.
Remember. He just told you it's a second.
I'm 100% positive that this is his third time on the show.
I had to invite myself. Just
he did actually, and I said, "Hey, why don't you come on?" You're doing a lot of stuff for us. You're going to be broadcasting the APS semifinal game. That'll be on Friday at 5:30 at Volcano Vista. I bet you're excited about that one.
Definitely.
We'll talk a little APS hoops here in just a minute, but this is 3 and Out, and now it's time for some friendly debate, and in this case, some information. And the first topic, gentlemen, on our plate, it's the Elite Combat Series 1. And yes, that's going to be right here on Channel 26 uSports Network, powered by ProView Networks. And the very own Zach and I, you're going to be calling this, so tell us about this, baby.
Well, I'll be calling the action from the side of the cage and also be the in-ring announcer, so I'll be doing double duty that night. But it's going to be down at McKernan.
So you're going to be Joe Rogan and Dana White.
Hey, I'd like to think more like Michael Buffer. Okay. You know, maybe a little bit of Bruce Buffer in there.
I think you're.
I don't know.
I think you're reaching a little high, but
he screams a little bit. You know? But it's going to be down at the McKernan Event Center in the South Valley on 5 Points. I mean, down in my neck of the woods, it's exciting. On the 24th of January, doors open at 6 o'clock. Tickets are on sale already, $25, $35, and $45. There's cage-side seating available. Other than that, there's some excellent fights that are going to be taking place. I mean, quite a few local fighters, and then we have a young man, Romulo Medeiros, there we go, all the way from Brazil, 4,500 miles away.
I would have messed that one up. Thank you for not making me say that one.
You gotta roll the R, you know, you gotta roll the R. But he's all the way from Brazil. He's taking over for Lenny Levato, who was actually supposed to be in that main event, but he actually hurt his ACL, I believe, training yesterday.
So how many fights?
Right now we have a total, let's see, 5 scheduled events, and it looks like we might even get up to 6 if we can.
And out of that, I'm sure everyone's wondering. Anyone from Jackson's?
Definitely. We have, I think,
local talent. What's going on?
2 right here. We have Romulo, actually, from that main event, is training over at Jackson's. And then Andrew Tennyson from Jackson's. He's 2-0, submission specialist. He's in that co-main event. So main event, co-main event, both representing Jackson.
So me and Adam been wondering. All right, you're getting your Bruce Buffer on. You're calling all these games. Are you an MMA purist, or is this something you said, I'm gonna try my hand in? Because you are a man of many hats when it comes to the sports scene.
Well, okay, boxing, actually, that's my family's sport. My dad was a contender there. He was number 12 in the world at one point before he lost his finger. He trained Johnny Tapia. My grandpa was Johnny Tapia's first trainer. So I figured boxing was theirs. My grandpa's and my dad's, and MMA should be mine. But
well, this is also a big shout out to you, Zach, as you were just recently in the documentary for Johnny Tapia, and you were in the HBO series, and so congratulations on that.
That's Hollywood
right
there. I know.
I mean, he's way ahead of you, Charles. I just want you to know that.
Way ahead of us. So, well, hey. One more time, tell everyone where they can get these tickets so we can have a nice crowd.
All right, you can get your ticket at holdmyticket.com. They're $25, $35, and $45 a piece. Excellent seating all over that event center. Adam knows, he's been down there. And also it's going to be live, it's going to be on ProView Networks. Not sure if it's going to be live or not, but it'll definitely be.
We're working out the details now, but it's going to be here on uSports Network, powered by ProView Networks. No doubt about that one. Excited. Look. New Mexico's a fight state.
It is.
We love it. From boxing now into MMA and what Jackson's has done and the fighters that are out there, this is a fighting state, so this is something good for the community that's been put together.
Definitely. This is only the first of many to come from 1102 Promotions, the ECS 1. So when you number things, you expect to at least get to 2.
Yeah, and McKernan and those guys in that area, those guys very ambitious. They know what they're trying to get accomplished out there. It's actually a phenomenal facility because my house is down the street from there, so I've been there.
In my neck of the woods.
Hey, I'm a South Valley.
Well, if 1102 is looking for another fighter, I'm sure Charles Ashley is well prepared to step into the ring against
don't even call me. I'm not fighting.
All right, fellas, let's move along here as we're talking 3 and Out. Now it's time to talk about that game last night. It was a nightmare for Lobo fans. Offense really never got going. San Diego State in Viejas, get it done. They beat the New Mexico Lobos. Look, you know how I feel about Tim Jacobs. You remember him, Zach. I mean, he played for Oñate High School. I love Tim Jacobs and what he does. I feel like it's a better offense. I was frustrated that he didn't get in 10 minutes into the game, and when he got in, then our offense started to flow a little bit. It was almost too late, though. We cut it within 4, the lead a couple of times, cut it within 2 once, but never really got into the game. I think he should have been earlier. What do you think?
You know, I have to agree with you because the pace of the game, they weren't making shots. The defense was really flying around on both ends. Put someone in there who can break down defense and get your guys shots easier, because you saw what happened once he got in. He broke people down. They got some easier conversions or whatnot. But as you keep saying, we're not the coaches. We don't know what goes on every day in practice. So Coach Neal, maybe he has something a little bit more insight to what's going on. So let's see how it pans out. But the way that the game just played out, they went down 4 at the halftime. Everyone thinking, okay, we're in good condition. You know, we only made 2 shots in the entire half. We're going to come back. And San Diego State came back and completely shot the ball lights out for their type of team.
I don't think Hugh Greenwood is the have to control the ball, create shot kind of guy.
No, I've been saying that.
So that's why I think he works better off of Tim Jacobs, and then he can create something or get the loose balls or the tough buckets or the wide open 3. He can hit that. What do you think?
Now, that's a difficult thing. I mean, you have to think about it. They spend this entire offseason preparing an offense around Hugh and around Cullen. Hugh ends up not being exactly who we thought he was going to be. Cullen's injured. So now he has to put the pieces together in the middle of the season. So I think Coach Neal's done an amazing job. I mean, to have a 10-5 record right now, I mean, losses against Grand Canyon State, a close one against New Mexico State. Like you said on the opening, San Diego State, you could have circled that, and more than likely we're going to lose that game. But now that we're moving into Mountain West play, moving deeper and deeper into it, now is the time for the Lobos to make some noise, and I think that they can do that if Coach Neal makes the right adjustments and finds the right players.
I think that's well said, and I think New Mexico should be happy at 2-1 in the conference play, especially with the win over Colorado State like they did. I tweeted this out last night, Charles. I am not afraid of San Diego State. Watching that game, I don't think they're that great.
I agree.
I think we were just equally as bad last night than they were good. And I'm excited to see the rematch in, the pit, because I think they get them there. Lobos have another great opportunity. On Saturday, they're going to play Utah State, who is, by the way, 2-0 in the Mountain West Conference coming in tonight's game against Fresno. They could potentially be 3-0. That could be a good win for New Mexico. Got to get the road win. Charles, you talked about the road win.
Yes.
You know how hard it is to win on the road, Zach.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like you said, Utah State #2 in the Mountain West right now, right behind Wyoming. If Lobos can get that victory, just build that momentum. That's all it's going to take, because we have the home court advantage at Wise Pies Arena. And like you said,
Wise Pies Arena.
Come on, man.
Hey, I gotta
it's the pit.
Okay,
that was a plug.
Hey,
what did
You
Wise
work there
Pies
now?
pay you for
You
that?
work
absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. But, I mean, the victories on the road are absolutely crucial, and I think the Lobos are going to start accumulating them here.
I agree. They have to get the road wins. I've been saying it all along. They got to get 4 to 6 road wins. You know that.
Look, we're excited to talk about the APS Metro Tournament, the quarterfinals, and all of it right when you return, coming up next here on uSports Central.